Hello everybody, it's me, Ghost Bunny, and I'm back here reading KinnPorsche. We are almost done with KinnPorsche. It feels like it's so weird because it feels like I just recently started reading it, but at the same time it feels like it's been forever. So weird thinking that very soon we'll be done with the first volume of KinnPorsche. Just so you know, I am currently in the process of moving, so I have yet to buy the second volume because I want to have it. Well, I wanted to get to my new address, so I'm sorry, you guys are gonna have to wait a little bit, but not much, so don't worry about that one too much. Just know that. But yeah. Again, it's so weird thinking about it. We're almost finished. We're literally right now on chapter 11. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but the first volume has a grand total of 15 chapters, and we're literally like only missing 5 chapters. But yeah, it's been a fun adventure reading the first volume. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I hope you guys have been liking it. I do plan to do a reaction to the live action drama, to the thing that kind of brought everybody to the world of KinnPorsche. That'll be fun rewatching it. I watched it when it was while it was releasing, and all the actors were on Twitter talking about it. So it's interesting to think about how KinnPorsche has been in my life and all that. I cannot imagine how I will feel once I read all of the KinnPorsche books. I don't know exactly how many volumes there will be. I think there's going to be 3, pero don't take my word for it. But yeah, you guys came here for the reading and not for my mushy talk. Pero yeah, let's just start. Well, first off, let me just give out my disclaimers, and that is, 1, I have no affiliations with oh god, my brain just had a little brain poof. Oh yeah, I have no affiliations with 7 Seas or with Beyond Cloud or IQIYE or any other associations with anything official that has to do with KinnPorsche. This is just for funsies. So yes, I don't think they have an official audiobook, pero if they ever get one, then please follow the official sources and all that. Just yeah, this is just again a funsy little reading between us. That's why I add little dialogues or little things for the funsies. Pero yeah. Also, I am not a native Thai speaker. I know it's so weird because I obviously pronounce everything correct and I've never mispronounced anything at all. Pero yeah. Yeah, I'm not a native Thai speaker. Also, I know my English is perfect. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend my English to everybody. Pero I'm not a native English speaker either. So yeah, reading maybe a little bit sketchy or whatever, kind of may give you little classroom vibes of you reading in front of your class. Sorry about that. What else? I don't know what else I should say for this disclaimer. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know what to say. But yeah, fittingly enough, the chapter title for this one, aka chapter 11, is Nervous, because I stutter a lot because I'm always nervous. Yeah, and I'm going to assume we are in Porsche's POV. If I remember correctly, we left off on Porsche's POV. I should already assume if there is no little POV by putting on top, the character name, and we should just assume it's on Porsche's POV. But sometimes I forget, like every other time. But yeah, I know he's technically our default protagonist, but this one has changed POV quite a few times. Sadly enough, we haven't had POV from any other characters. So I'm wondering how we're gonna deal with Vegas. Jesus Christ, Vegas is in Spanish. Why did I say that in English? But Vegas and Pete, how are we gonna deal with their story? Are we gonna be in their POV? Pretty sure their story is gonna be on the second volume because I don't see anything in this book that's insinuating that we're gonna be in their POV, or because we've met Pete and we have met Vegas. I haven't seen them interact, but in my memory from the drama is correct, they do have a story together, right? I'm going ahead of myself. Let me just actually read what's written right here. Okay. Porsche, I don't want to watch that kind of movies you showed me last night anymore. You didn't like them? No. There's nothing but sex. Average KinnPorsche viewer. I smirked at Tankhun, who kept changing the TV channel without looking at me. I wasn't sure if he was embarrassed about last night or if something else had happened, but the other bodyguards told me that he was quieter than usual today. Lol. I wondered how a guy his age could still be embarrassed about sex. How could he be this naive? Was he born on the back of a unicorn and raised in a lavender field? Had he even had sex with a woman before? Yet. It would be ridiculous if he was still a virgin. Yeah, imagine being a virgin. Can't relate. But on a further note, guess who's close to their 30s and may get magical powers soon if Cherry Magic has anything to say about it. After he shooed us away last night, Tankhun summoned us back a bit later and asked us to show him 2 more porn videos. He said they were exciting and unlike anything he'd seen before. The other bodyguards and I had forced our eyes open until it was nearly 4 in the morning. We watched porn with Tankhun until he eventually decided to call it a night. Our initial excitement from watching porn quickly turned into exhaustion when he kept bombarding us with questions. Why was he restraining her? Why were they having sex under the table? Why was she tied up? He went on and on and on and on. And then he asked something about, but what happened to her pipes? Did they ever get cleaned? Or how did she get stuck in the washing machine and why didn't her brother help her get out of it? Stem, too many questions. Just watch it. The plot doesn't matter. Do you guys really want to watch this? Sorry, why did I add the word guys? I swear I'm dyslexic. Do you really want to watch this, Mr. Tankhun? Arm asked, nudging me repeatedly like he wanted me to do something. Do something, please. The 4 of us were in our usual seats in Tankhun's room, bracing ourselves to watch a show called Falling in Love in a Sugar Cane Field by the Woods. That was a very long title. The title alone made me roll my eyes. 1, because it was ridiculous, and 2, because it was long as hell. Since Tankhun had given us a Here's a warning, okay? Here's a warning that he didn't want to watch porn again. I was running out of options to get us out of this. I wondered if he ever planned to do something else with his day. I like how he went straight to watch porn and not any other genre of television. You're like, I don't want to watch rom-coms. Instead of showing him action, horror, comedy, KinnPorsche series, anything else, you're like, nah, straight to pornography. Either he's like, nah, I don't want to watch this Schmidt. The plot doesn't make sense. You go, damn, we can't watch romance or pornos. Might as well go krill myself. There is other mediums you could watch. You can watch music videos. There's so much content out there, my dude. You could watch my videos of me reading BL books. So much good content. Look at me. Just putting myself as quality. I caught a stray and I was the stray. But oh yeah, there was so much. He was like, nah, 2 options, only 2, no more, no less. Actually, no more, definitely less. But yeah, he was running out of ideas. I wondered if he ever planned to do anything else with his day. I was hoping I'd get to do something, some typical bodyguard activities like I've seen in the movies, the ones I'm not showing him. At least, fighting and beating up would be attackers, other randos, not being tormented with garbage television. The truth was plain to see. Tankhun was just lonely. Honestly, same. Mr. Tankhun, I whispered. I addressed him as politely as the other bodyguards did, even though I really wanted to call him a moron. I didn't feel the need to disrespect Tankhun like I did with Kin, because Tankhun had never gone out of his way to piss me the fuck off. That was why I reluctantly tried to be polite with him. What? Don't you want to go outside? I asked. Hint, hint, touch grass, please. I was really starting to feel cooped up in his room. My life had become so damn boring, day in and day out. All Tankhun did was watch television, basically me when I was a child. That's literally a real life anecdote. Didn't he want to experience the nightlife? I didn't have anything to attend to outside, Tankhun replied innocently, looking at me with big round eyes. Kin and Tankhun had a striking resemblance to each other, but Tankhun looked like Kin with rainbows and butterflies coming out of his ears. Let me put this way. He looked like the idiot version of Kin, which was was very difficult considering the fact that Kin looks like an idiot version of Kin. Interesting. So, Mr. Tankhun, don't you want to, are you guys bored? Tankhun cut me off before I could just say that, but no. Before I can make a suggestion? Asshole. I glanced at the man next to me. Their faces paled as if afraid Tankhun might go berserk on us. Tankhun didn't wait for an answer. He turned off the TV with the remote in his hand and announced, "Let's sing karaoke then." The worst decision he's ever made, because I cannot hold a note. There was a chorus of sighs from the other 3 bodyguards. Yeah, I wanted to scream. That's not what I meant, Mr. Tankhun. I think you should experience the excitement of nightlife, I said casually, watching as he took microphones and a home karaoke system out of a cabinet. Going out? No, wait. The public's out there. Tankhun didn't bother to look at me. I'm tired of getting abducted. He busied himself with connecting the microphones on the cables, and a couple of the other bodyguards went over to help him out. What about going for a drink? Do you not like bars? I asked, hatching a plan so I wouldn't be stuck here feeling bored. I could go out and do, things I liked. My everyday used to revolve around vibrant nightlives. Right now, it felt like I was being held prisoner by a maniac. Nope, I'll get jumped if I go to a bar, Tankhun said with a shake of his head. I figured the bar he had in mind was someplace similar to where Kin visited last time, a bar full of rich people. I wouldn't be surprised if he bumped into his enemies there. The place was full of wealthy elites. Then we won't go to those bars, I insisted. Let's go somewhere new, somewhere fun, somewhere you wouldn't run into your enemies. You really want it out, don't you, my dude? But the public's out there. Tankhun turned to look at me, his brows knitted together in confusion. I felt like my communication skills had improved a lot lately. It was a skill. It is a skill. I don't have it though. I needed to survive in this place. You have to develop proper communication skills if you're going to work with Tankhun. I can never work with him. I would be one of the bodyguards in the corner being like, Mr. Tankhun, can I please inhale and exhale, please? Oh, I can't. Guys. I turned to look at Tankhun. Wait, I skipped. Whoa, how did I skip? Blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Okay, yeah. Where? Tankhun inquired. It's somewhere fun with lots of people. I guarantee no one will hurt you there, I said with a smile. Paul scooted closer to me. What the hell are you doing? Don't you want to go out and have some fun? I whispered back. My sentiment seemed to spark something within him. Like life, I guess. Paul smiled brightly at me and nodded. Of course, anything other than watching these shows or singing karaoke. I still can't take the fear in my eyes out. I remember he tried to sing freaking Kill This Love, and then because I did the high note that one time, he started to hit me. I was terrified. I'm so traumatized every single day. I turned to look at Jesus, I can't read. I turned to look at Tankhun's back. A wicked smile creeped across his face. I'll show you a whole new world. And now you weren't karaoke. Come on, Mr. Tankhun. It'll be safe, I promise. I said as a fucking liar. I mean, I repeated, trying to reassure him. It wouldn't be difficult to persuade someone as killable as him. Tankhun stood up, staring at me nervously, with his arms crossed over his chest. Are you sure no one will try to attack me? I'm sure, I said. We just need to blend in. We'll have a great time. Tankhun gave me a nod, but he still looked rather doubtful. If I get assaulted or have a bad time, I'll tell my father to kill you, okay? He told me. I nodded wearily. The other bodyguards knew where Tankhun's enemies hung around. Why couldn't they just look for a different place? It wasn't fucking rocket science. Look, if the enemies always go to Richie Rich bars, you know where you should go? Not a Richie Rich bar. I know, mind-boggling. Never been said or heard before. I know, I'm a fucking genius. Tankhun turned to bark an order at his men. You guys, let's go. Wait, you can't go out like this, I stopped him. He looked at me questioningly. The other bodyguard still looked hesitant. We got to blend in. We need to change into clothes less formal, trust me. I insisted. Also, that tie was... No, not to say this, but Tankhun, he had a special way of wearing clothing. Just an FYI. All eyes turned to look at Tankhun. Yeah, that's his name. Why did I say it like that? Everyone looked at him for confirmation. He still seemed reluctant, so I pressed on. We don't want to stand out, I explained. Nobody will pay us any attention if we blend in. I swear, we'll have a great time. Tankhun finally gave in. Fine, we'll go. If it's no fun, you'll pay for it, he said, stomping off to his bedroom to get changed. I smiled, looking forward to the night about to unfold. Finally, something exciting, something new. Maybe this is the Disney Princess episode we've all been waiting for. The true Disney Princess was actually Porsche this whole time. I wanna be where the people are, not in Tankhun's fucking room. I checked at the other men to change out of their suits. Then I knocked at Tankhun's bedroom door. Wear something casual, I shouted. Don't wear a suit unless you want your head bashed in. Tankhun yelled back that he understood. I grinned. Maybe I could work with this guy. He was not kin, so I was happy. The fancy bars these people frequented had hot women. The ones I go to frequent have hot men. Very different. Sure, but they were no match for the women. Oh, they do have women at the bar I intended to take them to. Is that the one where our Madame Yoke is at? If Madame Yoke is not there, then I don't want in. Just saying. We paddled into one of the swanky vans that Tankhun's family owned. The rest of the staff in the house eyed us in suspicion, probably wondering what the hell we were up to. They just witnessed us change into t-shirts and jeans and follow our dipshit boss into the van. Honestly, I love that. I love that for you guys. Tankhun had eventually decided on a white shirt and simple jeans. Initially, he put on black slacks, and I immediately told him to fucking go change, you piece of dum-dum. I didn't want the bouncer to mistake this outfit for a university uniform and deny him entry. Luckily, he had a pair of jeans in his closet. Did he steal them? Where did he find jeans? Normal-ass blue jeans? Sounds fake. Admittedly, jeans that cost nearly $100,000, but at least he could change into something that made him look, like a normal guy. Okay, I was terrified for him. I was like, normal blue-ass jeans? Bullshit. The van finally came to a stop in front of a familiar place that I used to frequent on an almost daily basis. Tankhun's bodyguards looked so, excited, that I felt sorry for them. Damn. You've never been to a cheap-ass bar with cheap-ass hookers? That's my home. I fell down and downstairs. Hee. Their lives must have been insanely boring. Definitely. Tankhun himself seemed fascinated by the alley where the club was located. This place was the heart of local nightlife, filled with clubbers dressed to the nines. Loud, lively music blared from each establishment, as if they were all competing to be the noisiest on the block. I walked to the place I knew best, with its vibrant lights in front that I beckoned guests to come inside. Oh, your old workplace. Holy shit, it's Porsche? Madam, wait. Holy shit, it's Porsche? Madam, Porsche brought his gangsters to wreck our place again! Someone shouted as I stepped inside. I watched as he ran to Madame Yoke's office and knocked on the door. Madame Yoke immediately emerged dressed in her usual cheapao. Her eyes widened as she saw me, and she came barreling towards me. What the hell are you doing here? I just reopened this place a week ago! Madame Yoke shouted at like a maniac, frantically shaking my arm. Madam, no one is wrecking your place tonight. I tried to calm her. I bought you a VIP customer. I pried her off me and nodded to the man behind me, who was looking around in awe. A VIP? Madame Yoke repeated, snapping her paper fan open as she checked Tankhun out. Aw, he's so handsome, but why does he look familiar? He's also fucking loaded, I whispered. Give me a good table. Madame Yoke nodded and instructed the waiters to prepare a table for our group. Once the table was set, I led Tankhun to sit right in front of the stage. Madame Yoke had mentioned there would be live music tonight. I ordered the most expensive whiskey in the house, Jack Daniels, along with water, soda, and Coke. I was pretty sure Tankhun had never tasted anything like this before, since the bar I'd gone to with Kin had served drinks that probably cost more than 10,000 baht per bottle. Like, fuck. Do they have wine? Tankhun asked me, the dumbest question alive. They don't, but trust me, the drink I'm gonna make you taste is like a lot better than wine, I said as I put some ice in a glass. Mixing drinks was my specialty. I used to be the #1 bartender in this club. I don't know if you guys remember that one. He'd love it for sure. I'll become a monk for you, Mr. Porsche. Arm praised me. Shit, we owe you big time. Oh, by the way, here it says a little note about the phrase, I'll become a monk for you. Apparently, it's a common expression for showing gratitude stemming from the belief of Buddhist men. Huh. So, interesting. It's nothing, I replied. Waiting for Tankhun was depressing, and I figured this was the least I could do to help them out. Everyone looked around eagerly, handing me their glass so I could make them their drinks. I passed a glass of whiskey and Coke to Tankhun, who was sitting across from me and bobbing his head to the music. The music was good. I've never been anywhere like this, he told me, taking a sip of the drink. He paused for a moment, looking surprised at the unfamiliar taste before taking a couple more sips. This is good, he exclaimed, smiling brightly at me. I knew it. A guy as sheltered as Tankhun really never had experienced, a night out like this. Porsche, I love you. I love you, man, Paul proclaimed, throwing his arm over my shoulder as he gulped down his drink. I smiled at him, feeling pleased that my idea to go out was, proving to be a hit. What's this song? It rocks, Tankhun said as his body started to sway to the upbeat rhythm of a Look Thang song. Playing through the entire club. Oh, welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, welcome. I don't know what the song sounds like. I should look it up later. Pero, look. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry. It's a genre of Thai country music. Oh. Cool. I like Thai music, so I have to listen to more Thai, country music. Pretty sure it sounds good. Sorry. เสียใจได้รักลูกหล่อแต่ก็ติวทุกปี So, hurry up, don't wait up, pretty lady. Anybody wanna have some fun? Get up and shake, and make your way over here. I did not do it justice, but you get it. See, this is why I didn't want to do karaoke. All of us tried our hardest not to spit out our drinks in laughter as Tankhun shook his shoulders energetically. Woo! I wasn't sure if Madam Yoke had decided to have a look-done night at her place tonight or what, but Tankhun seemed to really dig the music. He danced enthusiastically, throwing his arms up in the air and loudly shouting nonsense. It only made him 2 drinks, okay? But he already looked wasted. The rest of the bodyguards began to dance along to the music too, laughing out, to our boss's weird dance moves. Paul, come dance with me. Go ahead and have fun, guys. The night's on me. Tankhun shouted while beckoning Paul, who was dancing just as hard as he was, over him. After ensuring that everything was going smoothly, I slipped away from the table to greet my acquaintances around the club. Some customers who knew me rushed over to give me a hug or buy me a drink. I caused quite a stir, so yeah. Why did I lose my place? Yeah, I caused quite a stir, seeing as I used to be the most popular bartender here. Yeah, like Mr. Worldwide. I also knew that I looked sexier after I had a couple of drinks. I wasn't trying to brag or anything. Everyone told me I did, but who was I to deny the truth? I am sexy. Mr. Sexy is back. After a while, I returned to Tankhun's table to see how things were doing. It seemed that even Pete Jess, who was pushing 50 years old, had joined the dancing to the Thai cha-cha-cha music. They looked like drunk partiers dancing wildly during Songkran. Oh, like Songkran. I know what Songkran is. Do I need to read the note? Because I already know what Songkran is. Yeah, I know a thing. Other bar patrons cheered loudly, urging them on. Okay. So the song that I forgot. So the song name is Makat, sorry. The song was Makat, which is Bit by a Dog, a famous song by Ekachai Srivichai with ambiguous lyrics that sound sexual and suggestive but are innocent in context, which is different than most songs. They don't really sound innocent, but they're really sexual. ยังโสดพี่ขอมาเป็นผู้ชายโอ้แม่สาวไฮโซโอ้โหสวยรู้อยากชื่นชูชิดใกล้มอบความรักให้ตกลงหรือไม่มอบตัวหัวใจไว้ข้างเตียงอยากอิงแอบแนบกายไม้ร่วมเตียง Oh yeah, and Songkran is Thai New Year's. If you guys didn't know, I absolutely adore Songkran. I want to go to Thailand to celebrate Songkran because it looks like so much fun. They have water guns and they throw water at people, and it's like an entire block of people just throwing water balloons and water and all that schmidt. It's a fun, good old time. Eating some delicious food. It just sounds amazing. It's just beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous. It's just. I think I want it so much. It's just wonderful in every single way. But yeah, calming myself down because I don't want to get too excited. But Songkran is just a blast. I forgot when it is. I think it's after Chinese New Year's. But I could be wrong. I do have to check on that. But yeah, let me continue. I saw Arm and Pole trying to teach Tankhun the infamous Catching the Stars, which the entire club, this part of the book when they're in the club has a lot of little notes because apparently a lot of the things they're gonna do in this club is not known worldwide, or it's just a lot of references to things that if you're not Thai you might not understand, and I'm not Thai, so I like the notes. I'm just finding it very interesting that the book does not have tiny notes like this. It's just very much in a row. All of a sudden, a bunch of tiny notes show up. But what was it? Oh yeah, the Catching the Stars dance is a dance move featuring exaggerated pulling downward movement accompanied by an excessive hip swaying. It's popular among teenagers, especially motor punk boys and girls. I'm gonna have to look for someone actually doing that dance because my brain can't actually imagine what it looks like. But yeah. I actually have to edit this video. I normally just pull it raw, the way she likes it. But yeah, I don't think I can put the songs because I'm pretty sure they would get copyright. But I'm pretty sure I could just put the little dancey dance here. But yeah, I shook my head amused at them and their annoying dance. Oh, it's a teenage dance move, so it makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up pissing someone off with their rowdy dancing. Pissing off, not pissing on the dance floor. Although I wouldn't be surprised either. Are you kids already drunk? Madam Yok asked as she approached our table. Tankhun, extremely flushed from the alcohol, stopped dancing and turned to gawk at the approaching figure. Ah! It's a katoy! Tankhun shouted, pointing at Madam Yok. Apparently a katoy, sometimes translated as a ladyboy. Oh! My love, you don't randomly scream ladyboy at people. I don't care if you're in Thailand, that's so rude. Like, you just, if they call themselves ladyboy, then it's fine. But I don't think you randomly going to someone and just calling them a ladyboy is okay. Just saying, in case anybody here is that type of person. But yeah, it's an identity used by people in Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos. Some self-described Katoi identify themselves as effeminate gay men, while others are transgender women. However, not all transgender women identify as Katoi. This term can carry derogatory connotations, as in this case here. Oh, so he is intentionally doing it to be offensive. Look, Tankhun, I love you now, but no, as a trans person, I do not agree with you just randomly calling anyone you assume to be trans or any of the sorts as that. Again, if someone self-claims or self-identifies as a ladyboy, that's the one thing. But you just randomly running to people and calling them ladyboys, that is a different story. You should not do that. I'm pretty sure a lot of trans people in Thailand themselves don't like that. Again, if they're self-claimed, if they're self-assigned, it's fine. But you randomly... All I've heard that a lot of Thai women, like, you know... How do I say this in a way? You know... assigned birth Thai women, you know, a lot of time people call them ladyboys too because they assume that beautiful women in Thailand are all trans. I don't know if that's a compliment for trans people, but yeah. I'm sorry I went on this trans rant. I don't know if you realized my cup here, but I'm trans. I don't know if I said that enough times, but yeah. So, yeah, in essence, he just called her the T-slur, if you will. The Thai T-slur, if you will. I've heard about... Is it okay if I don't want to say the word? Because now that I know that he's using it in the slur way, I'll just not say the word, because now I feel awkward saying it. Because now I know he's using it in the T-slur way. I've heard about T-slur, but I've never seen one. He added a weird sing-song melody to the last sentence. It was obvious he was drunk. Shut your mouth, you little shit, or I'll slap you. I'm a woman, Madam Yug exclaimed, ready to take off her high heel and chunk it at Tankhun. Deserved, sweetie. Actually, you should have just done that. Don't mind him, Madam York. He's an idiot, okay? Like, he's fucking stupid. I said, slipping my hands into my pockets. I looked at Tankhun and his men again. They were doing a Ramwong dance. What's that? Okay. Ramwong is a Thai folk dance where the dancers dance in a circle at the rhythm of a percussion instrument. Today, Ramwong has also become a popular form of entertainment during festivals, where festival goers dance with Sao Ramwong, female Ramwong dancer belonging to a Ramwong band, to uplift music played by... Okay, so they're basically dancing... Again, I'll look for a video of somebody doing the dance. So yeah.
หนุ่มสาวชาวบ้านเบิกบานจิตใจจริงเอ่ยตอนเช้าทำบุญตักบาตรทำบุญร่วมชาติตักบาตรร่วมขันกันเอ่ยเข้าวัดแต่งตัวสวยสะ
What a shame, he's so handsome, Madam Yoke said, still looking annoyed at Tankhun. But he's a dimwit. Don't mind him, I told her. True, such a pretty face for transphobia. Good men always get wasted by disgusting transphobia. Ew. Who is he? Oh wait, sorry, read the wrong voice. Yeah, who is he? Kinn's older brother, you know Kinn, right? The guy who wrecked your place, I answered. Madam Yoke immediately clutched her chest, clearly terrified. Oh my god, why didn't you tell me sooner that he's in the mafia? If I knew, I have treated him better. Oh, maybe I should sing for them? Madam Yoke lifted the hem of her long cheapao and scurried to the stage. Tankhun looked pissed when Madam Yoke shooed the current singer away and stopped the music. He glared at her, irritated. Get back down here, lady boy. I wanted to dance. Seriously, what's with my dude? That caught me off guard. Tankhun shouted, and a burst of laughter erupted in the club. Madam Yoke gritted her teeth, attempting to hold back her anger before speaking into the microphone in a high pitch. Tonight is an extraordinary night. We have a VIP guest. I'd like to give him a warm welcome by dedicating this song to him. Let's give our guest a round of applause. I stood with my arms crossed, curiously watching Madam Yoke on stage. Then the music started, and Tankhun and his bodyguards resumed dancing. I had no idea Tankhun would enjoy this kind of music so much. Maybe next time I should take him to a morlam. Morlam is apparently a kind of traditional music in Isan, which is northeastern Thailand, and Laos, known for its distinct vocalization. I stood with my arms crossed, curiously watching Madam Yoke on stage. Then the music started, and Tankhun and his... Okay, wait, I read that again, sorry. Maybe next time I should take him to a more lamb concert in that countryside, like Valentine Band. He'd love it. Okay, Valentine Band is a famous performance group that plays luktung and Thai pop music at festivals. The group consists of various singers, dancers, and coyote girls, female dancers who dance in a sexually provocative manner. Oh, interesting. Again, more things I need to Google and look for, because they sound like very interesting. Like, I'm legitimately like, I don't know if it sounds like I am, but I legitimately am very curious about this. But yeah, just like me, I'm pretty sure Tankhun would absolutely love it. I can't sleep, my heart is restless, mad with fever. I've been scared for so many nights, startled by a man with a gun every time I close my eyes. He stands there, he stands here, pointing his gun to shoot me there. I'm still terrible at singing, but I still try. Pointing his gun to shoot me here. Cocking his gun to shoot me there. Cocking his gun to shoot me here. I'm startled awake. The note here says, No, my lab. I can't sleep. Did I say that right or did I say that wrong? Pretty sure I said that wrong. By Apapon Nakornsawan, a famous female luktung singer. Did I say I don't speak Thai natively? or know how to speak Thai in my intro, or did I, if I not, now you know.
ทำท่าแล้วจะชกตรงนั้นทำท่าแล้วจะชกตรงเนี้ยทำท่าแล้วจะกัดตรงนั้นทำท่าแล้วจะกัดตรงเนี้ยเฮ้ยเป็นหน้ามือเวทเลยน้องนอนไม่ยังหัวใจมันกระชับกระซ่า
Over, I was, fuck it, I walked over to him, still laughing. He put his arms around me and we continued dancing to the upbeat music. All the while, I made sure his glass stayed full. This is great, I love it, Tankhun shouted, downing the content of the glass in one go. This is a magic glass. Why can't I ever finish my drink? He slurred. The drunker he got, the crazier his dancing became. I think we should call it a night soon, Mr. Tankhun. It's great to pass out, Miss P.J.S. said as he came over to me, still panting from all the dancing. I pulled over my mobile phone to check the time. It was almost 2 in the fucking morning. And the club was closed soon. I glanced at Tankhun, who had passed out on the sofa, and then looked back at P.J.S. and nodded. Paula and I each held on Tankhun's arm to lug him toward the parking lot. After we pushed our unconscious boss into the van, the rest of the bodyguards chattered away about how much fun this night was. This night had been, praising me like I was some kind of hero, which I was. I don't have a hero's complex, and who says the contrary is a effing liar. When we arrived home, Arm and Pole helped Tankhun to his room, and I trailed behind them. Pete appeared from the opposite side of the house, looking surprised when he saw us. Why is Mr. Tankhun in such a state? Pete asked. I took him out for an eye-opening experience, I replied, amused and at his confusion. Then I noticed the car keys in his hand. Where are you going? Oh, I'm driving Mr. Mile home. I looked behind him and saw a young man in his late teens coming towards us. He was in a similar devastated state as the guests of Kinn's I'd seen last night and the night before. He looked like the other guy. Frowning slightly, I turned back to ask Mr. Pete about him, but he just followed Mr. Mile without saying goodbye. Completely rude, by the way. That's for your manners. I shrugged and decided to continue on my way to Tankhun's room when I heard someone speak. Where have you all been? I turned and saw Don Kinn walking towards me wearing only a black bathrobe. None of your business, I snapped at him. None of my business? You give alcohol. Where did you take my brother? Kinn said, leaning closer to me. I quickly took a step backward when he started sniffing near me, sniffing the nape of my neck. Just leave me alone, I muttered, too tired to start an argument with him. I was dizzy and my head was pounding. I had too much to drink. Tankhun had ordered 2 bottles of whiskey tonight and ordered everyone to drink up. He threatened to smash the whiskey bottle over the head of anyone who dared defy him, even people who didn't work for him. Poor Jobby Joe. He was just a casual there, a pure casualty. He got his head smashed in. I was terrified. It was crazy. Who said you could leave? Kinn hissed when I turned away from him. He grabbed my arm and wrenched me forward, sending me crashing into his broad chest. Which, yeah, whatever. Let go of me, asshole, I yelled, trying to struggle free from his grip. Kinn dragged me toward his room while his bodyguards looked on, not interfering. You know what I meant. The door slammed shut behind me before I could throw him off. What the hell? I glared at Kinn, still trying to pry his hand off of my arm. Kinn frowned, his hands on his hips. But, that was my thing. What the fuck? I heard people say Tankhun and his bodyguards changed into casual outfits and went out together. Tell me where you've been. I closed my eyes and tried not to puke, holding back anger and dizziness. Kinn harassing me was not helping, in the least. Figuring he was only trying to set me off, I went to sit on his sofa, propping my elbow on the armrest and resting my head on my hand before looking up at him. What do you want from me? I asked, my voice flat. Shh, you're drunk. The corners of Kin's lips lifted slightly as he approached me. Every time you're drunk, you're just... He trailed off, his eyes roaming all over my body. I pushed at Kin's stomach when he got dangerously close, intending to stop him, but I ended up pulling the sash that tied his bathrobe loose. Uh-oh. Kin only wore boxers underneath, revealing a muscular torso and well-defined abs. Kin's near-nakedness didn't trouble me. We are both men, so obviously that didn't mean anything, right? Nudge, nudge. I was merely startled that that I'd accidentally opened his bathroom. That's what happened. Definitely, that's definitely what happened. I quickly averted my gaze, fearing he might scold me for my actions. I didn't know you wanted to see me naked, Kin said. I looked back at him, confused at the innuendo. Why would I? I have the same equipment as you, I retorted. I don't think you understand whatever. Maybe I would have been excited if he had a nice pair of boobies to look at. You're the one who undressed me. You're the one undressing me, Kin said with a grin. Huh? Why isn't he pissed at me? The fuck's going on? Why the hell is he smiling about? I'm not safe here. I'm scared, and we don't have a safe word. Damn it. Kin leaned closer. What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, that was supposed to be yelling. Why do I never yell in the right parts? Fuck. Trying to scramble off, the sofa. But he trapped me in the bracket of the... He trapped me on the sofa. Help. What had gotten into him? Get off of me, I insisted, pushing at him. But Kin seized my wrist and pinned me down with his body. I fell flat on my back on the sofa, his heavy weight settling on top of me. What the fuck are you doing? I demanded, lifting my knee to shove him off, but he managed to press my arms down onto the couch. Answer me, Kin said, his face dangerously close to mine. Where have you been? I turned my head from side to side, trying to avoid the hot breath ghosting over my face. Let go. What are you doing? I only took him clubbing. He wanted to go. Kin let me go. Kin's actions were baffling, especially when he pressed his nose below my jaw. I made a futile attempt to twist away from him. What the hell was going on? I heard Kin chuckle, the sound of deep rumble from his throat. Although I was confident in my strength, he managed to wrestle me into a difficult position, and I couldn't manage to throw him off of me. What are you doing? I thrashed wildly. Don't you dare bite my neck again. Kin's nose slowly swept from my jaw to my neck, the unbitten side. Not my unbitten side. I tugged at my chin to avoid his contact, but it gave him instant access instead. Fuck. Mistakes were made that day. He immediately pressed his nose to my neck and inhaled. Wait a minute. Inhaled? I know what that means in Thai. That's a Thai kiss. Sniffing is kissing in Thailand, for the most part. I was left dumbfounded by Kin's action. I felt a shiver running down my spine as he started to nibble and suck at the skin of my neck, and my heart skipped a beat at the twinges of pain. Kin, don't you dare bite me, I screamed at him, feeling a sort of deja vu. I was apprehensive, bracing myself for the inevitable bite, but it never came. Let me go! I felt hot, moist breath on my neck as Kin kept nudging me with his nose, like he was trying to inhale my scent. I'm not cracked. Stop trying to sniff me. My mind went black, and I started to feel lightheaded, and a strange unknown feeling bubbled upon me. Was that horny? Was that what you were feeling? Horny? My resistance started to falter until a sudden buzzing noise brought me back to the present. Hello, hello? Testing, test. Hello, hello? Hello? Testing, testing. Porsche, where the hell are you? Mr. Tankhun threw up. Come help us clean up the mess. I recognized Paul's voice coming from my walkie-talkie. I thrashed against Kinn with all my might, but just then, he realized me. Huh? What do you mean? What? I quickly stood and moved as far away from him as I could. What the fuck are you doing? I yelled in his face, feeling both confused and furious about what he'd done. I could only conclude that Kinn was trying to mess with my head. He'd been looking for a chance to bite me again, but Paul had interrupted him before he succeeded. I shouldn't have let Mal go so early. Kinn muttered to himself, closing his bathrobe like he was trying to hide something. I eyed him skeptically as he bent down to grab the sash off the floor and tie it around his waist. I didn't wait around to see what he'd do next. I stormed out of his room, kicking the sofa along the way. It seemed that Kinn thrived off tormenting me as I heard him burst into laughter, so I turned around and gave him the middle finger before slamming the door shut. I know Porsche didn't realize it, pero I'm pretty sure our Mr. Kinn here, wasn't alone in this situation. Pretty sure Kinn Jr. Had a little reaction to Porsche, pero I could be wrong. Pretty sure, something could have gone very different if our sweet boy Paul did not call. Just saying. I'm pretty sure he didn't realize it, but I realized it even though I wasn't on scene. Just saying. Pretty sure Kinn Jr. wanted to be acquainted with Porsche. But continuing. Why did that psycho love making me suffer? Was he looking for a chance to draw blood? Damn it. One day, it would be my turn to make that bastard bleed. The next hour or so. I don't know. What happened to your neck? Okay, yeah. In Tankhun's room. Ta-da! What happened to your neck? Paul asked me as he wiped off Tankhun's vomit. I immediately touched the side of my neck and went to check the mirror in the bathroom. Reddish bruises had begun to bloom on my skin. I frowned, stopping out of the bathroom. Screw you, Kinn. You're trying to embarrass me, aren't you? Definitely. That's actually, this probably is true, but also, how did you not catch that he was giving you hickeys? Like, how did you not get that? I got that. Am I smarter than Porsche? Are you smarter than your average Porsche? Take that quiz today. But yeah. Did you sneak away at the club to make out with some chick? Did she give you those hickeys? Arm teased, putting clean pajamas on Tankhun. It's just my shrimp allergy. It always gives me rash. Yeah, shrimp. That's Kinn's new name, by the way. I answered him flustered. I would have been pretty smug if it had gotten those hickeys from a woman, instead of it was the asshole Kinn trying to send me off. Arm and Poe looked at me dubiously. I ignored their attempts to poke fun at me, turning my attention to the man sleeping spread eagle in the middle of his enormous bed. I had no idea Tankhun was such a, loopy drunk. He even pushed my hand away when I attempted to clean him with a damp cloth, throwing his hands into the air and singing something incomprehensible. It was seriously annoying. Every time I tried to clean him, he went, I wanna swing on the chandelier here, or some other schmitz. I was on shift the next morning, but Tankhun slept all day, thankfully, leaving me and the other bodyguards with nothing to do. We strolled around the house and chilled out, smoked cigarettes, or played games on our phones. I swear, he's also playing Love in Deep Space. You guys know that Caleb is back? I'm not a Caleb girly by any means, pero I heard a lot of you are pretty chilled. Well, yeah, you guys are pretty happy about that. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of you guys are chill. Some of you guys are annoying, but That's normal expectant fandom. I don't know if I made this obvious, but I'm a Raphael girly. I love me a merman. What kind of lads girly do you think Porsche would be? I don't know. I feel he would be a Silas girly. Cough cough for obvious reasons. Well, yeah. But low-key, maybe a savior girly. Or do you think the game is too girly for him? Nah. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, maybe he's a Caleb girly. Because military stuff. Could be. I don't know. Comment down below. What type of lads girly are you? And while you're at it, tell me who is your KinnPorsche fave. So we can see if there's like pattern with the type of men you guys like to oogle. My favorite is, well, is there a difference? Well, yeah. I'm a Raphael girly in lads, and in the, in KinnPorsche, I'm into, Kim. Basically Jeff's character. You know, the little brother. The one that's dating Barcode. You know that one. I'm so terrible with names. You know, to Jeff. I'm into Jeff, and I'm into Raphael. Enough me speaking nonsense that you guys probably didn't ask for. But also comment down below so I can see if there's like a common demeanor or something. Where was I? Okay, I found myself. I had grown close to Tankhun's bodyguards by now, and they stood up for me every time we ran into Kinn's bodyguards. They didn't like Kinn's men either. Finally found my people. Yes! Especially Big. Yeah, no one likes him. They said that Kinn's men like to gang up and bully others, always acting like they were better than everybody the fuck else. Honestly, again, found my people. A tear in my eyes. It's so uwu. 6 p.m. The rest of Tankhun's bodyguards and I returned to the main residence after having dinner in the staff mess hall. Suddenly, I heard a commotion break out. Alarmed, we rushed to the source of the noise. Pointing my gun to shoot him there. Wait, oh yeah, he was singing. Sorry, I thought it was a threat. Pointing my gun to shoot him there, came Tankhun's pointing voice. I saw him pulling a gun out. Wait, an actual gun? What kind of heart killer is this? Haha, references. See, I can give them too. But yeah, what the fuck? He came with an actual gun singing. I saw him pulling a gun out of the waist holder of one of the bodyguards and pointing at him. Cocking my gun to shoot him there, Tankhun sang, and pointed the gun at another bodyguard, who quickly ducked down and took cover. Pete just pull, arm, and I tried to stifle out her laughter. Cocking my gun to shoot him here. A group of lackeys who happened to be nearby quickly put their hands behind their heads and ran out frantically yelling. Fucking pussies. Yeah. There we go. What was he doing? Oh yeah, deleting something. Yeah, well, all those other fucking pussies ran away. I was startled awake. Tankhun dropped the gun on the floor, yelling the last line. Oh, wait. I was startled awake. Tankhun dropped the gun on the floor, yelling the last line of the song and running around until he stopped in front of his father, who glared at him from the door of his office. Oh, wait, no, wait. Fuck, we're in danger now, aren't we? Starting to write my, final testimony. Yikes. What the hell are you doing? Mr. Korn demanded. Look, did you guys notice I stopped using an old man voice or attempting an old man's voice? Whatever. What the hell are you doing? Mr. Korn demanded, looking sternly at his eldest son. Tankhun giggled gleefully. Where were you last night? Tankhun ignored his father's questions and beckoned us over to him, still singing the famous Valentine band song, much to his father's dismay. Hey mister, my name is Kun, and I'm here with Porsche and Arm, la 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 la. Pete just smiled as he answered, wait, was that him or was I kept singing, I was like, oh, it was his Tankhun singing, whatever. Pete just smiled as he answered the big boss. We took him clubbing last night, sir. That's good. He should get out of the house more. Mr. Korn remarked before returning to his office. He probably couldn't be bothered to keep trying to speak with his son. Let's go again tonight. I love it there, Tankhun exclaimed, shaking my arm excitedly. I nodded at him and then looked at Paul and Arm, who gave me a thumbs up. Good work. Where are you guys going? Let's come with you, came a familiar voice. I quickly turned around to see Mr. Kinn. Fuck no, please, no, please, God, no, please. He glared at me briefly before his attention to his elder brother. I looked at him, wanting to, sock him squarely in the face for all the bandages on my neck and the questions everyone kept asking me about them. Screw you, asshole. Yeah, come with us, Tankhun said. It was superb. You'd love it. The atmosphere. Beautiful. I met a trans woman, and then I proceeded to be transphobic towards her. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 experience. Alright. Kinn smirked and walked away while I cursed him in my head. I'm Mafia. I've never helped the clan. Tankhun sang to himself. Wait. Why did he was singing the I'm a Mafia, yeah, the K-pop song? Again, I'm not even attempting to sing. But my men know, my father knows, even the house spirits knows. Tankhun means freedom. I never, ever bow down to anyone because I'm Thai. I'm proud to be Thai and a slave to no one. Oh, that's actually really nice. If only the slight transphobia wasn't there, which is weird because most Thai people I know are not transphobic. But yeah, either this guy was insane or I was. One of the two was, or maybe both. Who knows? We were losing our minds at the speed of light. I didn't understand Tankhun at all. We headed to Madame Yok's club at around 8, with Kinn and Pete joining our entourage this time. They both wore casual clothes like the rest of us. Pete seemed very excited about the club, having heard about it from Paul. Paul, you gossiping whore. And said it was like a dream come true to go out with us tonight. I was happy that Pete was coming. It was, great. I love the dude. I'm just saying, I'm gushing over him. I just love the dude. The only problem was Kinn was coming along with us, and that was, I was dreading hanging out with him. He wore his typical all-black outfit that gave the impression he was in mourning, and he gave off his usual nonchalant air. I'd call ahead to make a reservation with Madame Yok and informed her there would be more guests than last time. I asked Tankhun if I could invite my friends to come along, and he said, yes! The more the merrier. He's really excited, so I was actually excited because it's been a while hanging out with my boys! And right there was Tem and Yok. Yes! Tem and Jom are waiting for you at the table, Madame Yok said when she saw me. She then turned to greet the other guests. Good evening, Mr. Tankhun. You better not throw some transphobic bullshit at me again. Oh, you came too, Mr. Kinn. Oh, that's great. Please come in. I had no idea why do I keep saying Miss Yok to Madame Yok? I'm so rude. But I had no idea when Madame Yok had gotten on such good terms with Kinn, considering he was the one who, wrecked, but she could have just been, customer servicey mode. Evening, don't you dare, Tankhun. Kettle your ass. Thank you, madam. Madame Yok swore under her breath before flashing a smile back at Tankhun. I held back my laughter and gave her a pat on the shoulder in consolation. I am so sorry you have to deal with his bullshit. Madame Yok's service was a top-notch with drinks already waiting at our table without us having to ask. Tankhun insisted on the same music as last night, and Madame Yok gladly complied. Jesus, why couldn't I read that word? With his request. Why didn't you tell me there were so many people? I'm nervous. Tem hissed at me as he greeted Tankhun and Kinn. Wait, I'm so stupid. Why didn't you tell me there were so many people? I'm nervous. Tem hissed at me as he greeted Tankhun and Kin. That was Tem. Our good boy Tem is here. He looked frightened at the group of bodyguards trailing after them. These men had come out with us not because they were worried about Tankhun and Kin's safety, because no one gave a fuck about Kin, at least Tankhun's safe, but because they wanted to have fun. Come on, it's gonna be fun, I replied, smiling at Tem before I glanced at Kin, who plunked down beside me on the sofa. Wow, for a moment I couldn't see. Got it? Somewhere else. Fucking move, I said. Why? I want to sit here. Well, I don't want to sit next to you, I snapped. I can't believe you've brought Tankhun to a place like this, Kin said casually, lounging on the cushion. What if something happened to my brother? You fucking idiot. It's safer than the other places you go, I replied, feeling annoyed that he kept staring at me. Kin turned to give an order to Pete. Pete, can you meet Mr. Time and Mr. Tay at the entrance and show them to our table? Excuse me? No. I've said you two could come along because your brother asked. Your friends not invited. They can go fuck themselves. I looked at Kin. His eyes were scanning the place, trying not to show his nervousness. Haha, pussy. I could tell that he wasn't used to places like this. Tankhun, on the other hand, jumped onto the dance floor as soon as the music started. He was checking that ass. Then he shoved the glass in front of me. I'm on porch to make my drink. His drinks taste so good. I nodded at him and did as I was told. Tankhun. Thank you, I needed that appreciation. Is this really Kin's older brother? He seems fucking nuts, John whispered. I laughed at him while mixing Tankhun's drink. It's just the way he is, I said, with a shrug and handing the drink to Tankhun, who was dancing with pole and arm like a bunch of young rowdy punks. Fix a drink to me too, Kin said casually with his arms crossed. The corner of his lips quirked in a sinister smile. I couldn't be bothered to argue with him, so I took a glass to make a whiskey and coke for him. You look used to this, Kin remarked. But you met me working at this bar. What's wrong with you? I shrugged and looked up to see his friends approaching our table. They seemed slightly taken aback to see Tankhun and Kin in this kind of place, which annoyed me because, what the fuck? I wondered just how high and mighty they were that they couldn't visit a normal club like this. When Time and Tay came over on the sofa where Kin and I sat, I got up and gave them my seat. However, a large hand grabbed my wrist. Kin pulled me back down and scooted closer, pressing himself against me so his friends could sit on the other side. Pete, go sit over there, Kin said, then addressed me. You stay where you are. Why do you have to huddle so close together? Let me go get some chairs, I complained, trying to pull my hand away from his grasp. I told you to stay here and make drinks for me, Kin ordered. I'm not your host boy, asshole, I snarled at Kin, who kept smiling at me. Eventually, he let go of me, and I went to sit on the other sofa with Tem and John, my friends. Such a smart mouth, Kin muttered. I ignored him and definitely made drinks for everyone the fuck else on our table. Tay, Time, come dance with me. Tay and Time's face paled when they heard Tankhun calling for them. They turned to look at Kin as if asking whether he really wanted them to do that. They were like, hey, you really want to stay in this shit? I sighed at Kin, displeased at his friend's behavior. They didn't seem to care what I thought though, and in the end, Kin's tall friend just went over to Tankhun without kicking up a fuss. Our group took the largest table in the club and became the center of attention for every patron in the place. It was partly due to how good looking we were. Well, how good looking I was. Everyone else was okay. But the majority of the attention was on Tankhun, that crazy bastard, and his bodyguard's dance moves. They let it all out. Wild! As if they hadn't been allowed to dance in ages. You know, it made me wonder if their parents had never taken them to Morlam concerts when they were kids. In any case, this was the moment they could finally let go. Soon after, Tankhun made Jom and Tem join him, and the dance floor as well. I told my friends to just humor him. I didn't want Tankhun to throw a temper tantrum here. That would be a disaster, so they were obligated to join in, and Tankhun's crazy dance moves. I would try to say this, but I feel like, well, it's in Thai, so I'll just take a photo of this part. I do not trust my Thai, so I don't want to accidentally say something wrong or, offensive. But the song in question is this, God, I always struggle with the NGs. I'm sorry. I am taking Thai classes, I do promise. And if my Thai teacher is watching this, I'm so sorry, teacher. But, like sing, God, like I was saying, the song is Gnat Tang Nat by Toi as the boarding, a male Luktang singer. Okay, I was gonna try singing it, but then I was like, no, I don't want to accidentally say something I'm not supposed to say or something highly inappropriate. So let's just. We had already finished 2 bottles of whiskey. The lively music continued. Everyone kept on drinking and dancing, except for Kinn and me. But Kinn's a fucking party pooper. I couldn't even drink peacefully. Kinn refused to join the festivities, instead just staring at me as I refilled everyone's glass. I glowered at him. What the hell are you looking at? Do you realize how sexy you are when you're drunk? He said with a smirk leering at me. I frowned at him. Fuck off. I tried to ignore his intense gaze, focusing my attention on refilling empty glasses with ice. Hello, boys. I bought a special drink called B52. Am I supposed to know that? Why is there not a note for this? For you two to try, Madame Yoke said as she came around with a tray of shot glasses. Porsche, you take care of it, okay? I counted almost 20 shots on the table, each glass layered with dark liqueur at the bottom and white cream on top. Madame Yoke handed me a lighter, knowing that I knew how to serve the particular cocktail. Ew, I'm curious. I have to Google that one. Why is someone's Googling me today? Why do I have to actually do work? No, I know it's not actual work, but why do I have to do actual work? Wow, this looks tasty. Tankhun exclaimed, his eyes widening as he leaned closer to look at the rows of shots on the table. I'm gonna set the top layer on fire and then you drink everything at once with this straw, I explained. Alright, Mr. Tankhun? Tankhun nodded eagerly. I gave him a straw, placed the shot glass in front of him, and lit it up. Tankhun immediately sucked the cocktail through his straw. He looked extremely pleased with his drink and asked me to light up another shot for him. These shots are pretty strong. Take it easy, Mr. Tankhun. Pete warned him, seeming to know this cocktail and its effects quite well. Shut up! Tankhun snapped at Pete, slurping his third shot. Up to you then. Pete went back to dancing. That's enough for now. Why don't you dance for a couple of songs before taking another shot? I cautioned Tankhun when he handed a fourth shot to me to light. He seemed to put more stock in my advice than Pete's because he turned to the dance floor. I love being actually heard and I don't know, it's just I needed that. Where was I? Oh yeah, getting complimented. Woo. I want to try it too, said the man next to me, aka fucking Kinn. Kinn was like a ghost that kept haunting me. I sighed but took one shot glass from the tray and put it in front of him along with a straw. Drink it all at once, I instructed him before lighting the cocktail on fire. Kinn made a surprised face as he finished the drink and quickly took a sip of water. Give me another one, he said. I did as he asked, placing another shot glass in front of him and setting it ablaze. He leaned down to suck it up with a straw and turned to me when he finished the last drop. I want you to drink too, he said, downing a glass of water. I brushed him off. I'll drink in a bit. Come on. I want to set... Jesus Christ, I can't read. Maybe I'm drunk. Maybe I've been drunk this entire time. Who knows? But yeah. I want you to drink too, he said, downing a glass of water. I brushed him off. I'll drink in a bit. Come on. I want to set it on fire, Kinn insisted. Tonight was going well, and I didn't want to start an argument with him, so I handed a lighter to Kinn, placing a B-52 shot in front of me. I leaned in with a straw between my lips. When Kinn... What the fuck did Kinn do? I'm sure he did some bullshit. Knowing Kinn like I know Kinn, probably did some bullshit. Okay, Kinn lit the drink on fire. I sucked it up all in one straw, and a familiar sweet chocolate. Wait, huh? So he lit the drink. I sucked it all up with a straw. A familiar sweet chocolatey taste flooding my stomach. I knew very well that this cocktail was pleasant to drink, and that it could easily knock you on your ass before you even realized it. Here, have another, Kinn said, placing a second shot in front of me. I was never one to turn down a drink, so I slurped it up in one shot. Kinn gave me. Kinn seemed to really enjoy setting the cocktail on fire, and before I knew it, I had already drunk a fifth shot. What? Excuse me? My dude, you should know better. I was starting to get dizzy. Have some water, Kinn said, handing me a glass. I was already buzzed, so I took the glass without really looking. I knocked it back and almost spat it back out. Kinn had handed me whiskey instead of water. That asshole. I swallowed the amber liquid before chugging a bottle of water. Fuck you, Kinn. Are you trying to get me wasted? Kinn just chuckled at me. I was starting to see double. I shook my head a little to make it go away. I knew that mixing whiskey and cocktail was a bad idea, and I was already seeing the effects. Yeah, you shouldn't mix drinks. I don't drink, actually. I know I made a drunk joke, but I don't actually drink. I don't like the taste. I don't know. I haven't found one that I like. Just you know. But I know that you shouldn't mix drinks. Just saying. But yeah, it's not a good thing. Porsche. The rest of our group showed interest in the flaming B-52 cocktails, lining up to do shots. As the night progressed, the music grew louder and livelier, and Tankhun got even drunker and bolder. Paul ended up carrying Tankhun on his shoulder and parading him around. At the same time, Arm had him place his palms together in front of his chest, imitating a haynak procession. It says here, the haynak procession is a colorful ceremony where a nak, aka a man about to be ordained to Buddhism. Oh, I know that procession. I just didn't know the name. No, at least now I know. But yeah, so when a man that's about to do, about to be ordained, is carried on the shoulder of his friend, or rides a horse, cow, or elephant, hopefully not an elephant, that's actual animal abuse, to the temple for his ordination, lively music and dances. So basically, this is the dance they do for when a man's getting ordained. If you guys have seen enough Thai dramas or have followed enough Thai actors or musicians or whatever, you've probably already seen a lot of actors and stuff get ordained recently, famous actor Mew actually got ordained. Wow, this is gonna be the video where the most clips I'm gonna grab, but I'm gonna put pictures here right now of you seeing my sweet boy Mew get ordained. Beautiful. I watched it, it was gorgeous. I cried. I legitimately did cry. But yeah, I did not know that it had an actual name. I should have known it had a name. I don't know why I didn't think so, but at least now we know. Where you know. Okay, Pete, Peaches, and Kin's friends and my friends all joined this impromptu ceremony, singing and dancing along shamelessly. Even strangers from the bar decided to join the parade. Yeah, even Jim Jam Job, the guy I just made up. Even he joined after getting smashed against his head with a fucking bottle of, I don't remember what it was. Oh, my fair lady, Phenac requests 1 bottle of booze, half a bottle of Bozer, or just 1 bottle of booze each day. No need for soda. When the band saw the guests starting to the Phenac procession for Tankhun, they immediately began playing a song called Naksaksika, which, according to the little note here, it says Naksaksika. Next request to a woman by Tosapol Himapan, a famous Lukdung singer. So we're singing that song. I took more shots, smiling and laughing as I watched the antics unfold. It was like everyone in the place decided to come together to dance in Tankhun's procession. Oh, it was Tankhun's special day. I didn't know you were capable of making other facial expressions, Kinn remarked before returning his attention to his older brother. I shot him a look. He was one to talk. He couldn't hold back his laughter at the scene his brother was making either. Fuck off. I stopped smiling and took another shot. Although the liquor was starting to give me a headache, it didn't stop me from drinking more. Come on, what's a headache from stopping me from pure alcoholism? Have another, Kinn said, placing yet another shot in front of me. I heaved out a sigh, shaking my head at him. I knew how much worse things could get. I'm not doing any more shots, I said. You drunk already? What a lightweight. Kinn snickered, leaning back on the sofa with his arms and legs crossed. I scoffed at him. Huh? You calling me a lightweight? Let's see who's really a lightweight. Who are you calling a lightweight? I shot back. Let's see who's a real lightweight. Match me shot for shot, bitch. I hate it when people claim to be better than me at something, especially when it came to drinking. Everyone knew I was a certified alcoholic. How dare he? I didn't realize I had walked right into his trap. He should have sat on his lap, Kinn quickly placed shots in front of us, sneering at me while holding a straw. Jesus Christ, this chapter's not ending ever. Jesus Christ. I just noticed, I've been reading for a while, this chapter is not ending? Fuck. Okay. Between his lips. Yeah, he got a straw between his lips. I lit both drinks on fire and we drank up. On the 5th shot, my head started to spin. I felt like I might puke, but Kinn looked completely at ease. I squinted at him in suspicion. The way he was leering at me made me look like a fucking psycho. I was starting to wonder if he was just as crazy as his brother, or maybe even more crazy. Oh hell, Porsche. Are you drunk? Tam exclaimed, handing me a glass of water. Nah, I'm good. I'm okay, boys. I'm fine. I'm just, I replied, trying my hardest to concentrate on my friend, who seemed to be sweating profusely. Did you finish the heck knock procession? Did you guys finish the hey knock procession? People were returning to their seats now, and they all looked exhausted. Stop, I'm cutting you off. John walked over and took the whiskey glass from the table before Tam could reply. I straightened up, trying to shake off the dizziness. Let's go wash your face, honey. Sweetie, just give me the bottle. You're fine, you're good. You've had enough. Tam said, pulling me up and leading me to the bathroom. I felt much better after splashing cold water on my face. I stood with my arms resting on the edge of the sink, muttering to myself to stay sober for several minutes before Tam took me back to our table. The pounding in my head began to subside, and my vision got less blurry. We should go back soon. Our bosses have passed out, someone said. I looked at Tankhun, where he lay dropped over the sofa. Pole and arm were trying to keep his head up. Kin was also sprawled on the couch unconscious. That surprised me. He hadn't seemed that drunk earlier. What happened to Kin? I asked Pete. He had a B-52 drink duel with Mr. Tankhun. It knocked them both out, Pete said before calling me over to help carry Kin. Haha, bitch. Wait, which one won? Hopefully it was my boss, Tankhun, cause team. Tankhun. Now who's the lightweight bitch? I snickered as I helped Pete drag Kin to the parking lot. Are you alright, Porsche? Tim asked after we managed to load Tankhun and Kin into the vans. You look a little unsteady. He wasn't wrong. I made Kin wince several times because I kept stumbling on our way making out and making him hit his crotch against the corners of the table. I'm fine. How are you guys getting home? I asked Tim and John. P-Time and P-Tay will give us a ride, Tim replied cheerfully. They said they'd drop us in their university. John is staying in my room tonight. I had no idea that they had gotten so close with Kin's friends. When did that happen? What the fuck was I doing that entire engagement? The fuck? I nodded at them before getting in the van myself to head home. Boopity boopity boo. Somewhere else. You help Pete look after Mr. Kin. We'll take care of Mr. Tankhun, Pete just said as we tried to carry them upstairs. The other bodyguards seemed surprised to see their bosses blackout drunk. I dragged Kin on the bedroom, where I slit the glass door open and dropped him on his bed. I wanted to drop him on the floor. I wanted to just throw him onto the bed and leave, but Pete stopped me. He turned to address Kin's bodyguards, who had followed us inside. You guys can leave. Porsche and I can handle this, he said. The others weren't happy, but it didn't fucking matter. Nevertheless. They left. Why me and not them? I asked, frowning at Pete. I should go check on Tankhun. I can't stand them. Come on, give me a hand, Pete said, arranging Kin's body on the bed so he could sleep comfortably. See, it wasn't just me that couldn't deal with their shit. Everyone can't deal with their shit. But seriously, this chapter is really fucking long. What the fuck? I kept looking at them without moving from my spot. I didn't want to touch Kin at all. Don't just stare, help me, Pete cursed. Or can you, grab a washcloth and a tub of water from the bathroom, please? I sighed and headed to the bathroom as instructed. Doopity doopy 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 doop later. You can leave, Pete, Kin said, opening his eyes. Pete was shocked to find Kin fully conscious and coherent. Just fucking leave. Pete seemed to finally understand Kin's intentions. That motherfucker. I know what he wants to do. He wants sex. He wants Porsche sex. You know. So as I was saying, continue reading. He glanced at the bathroom with a knowing smile before leaving as he was ordered. Come on, Pete. Defend your bro. Bros before hoes. The hoe in question being Kin. Pete, where the hell are you? I returned from the bathroom. Sometime later. Pete, where the hell are you? I returned from the bathroom to find only Kinn. Pete was nowhere in sight. I put the tub of water next to the bed and looked around. Damn it, he ditched me. Fuck. I grumbled, returning my gaze to the sleeping man. My eyes lingered on his tall frame and handsome face, which looked slightly European. Apparently they're biracial or something. His shirt was unbuttoned halfway down. Maybe I should splash him and, with water and suffocate him to death with a pillow, I said out loud. Kinn wouldn't hear it. He was out cold. Pete, you piece of shit. My head hurts and you left me to deal with this crap alone? I thought we were besties. I thought we were friends. I thought you loved me. I was about to propose and shit. Gonna throw this 1-cent ring down the toilet. I looked between the washcloth in the basin and Kinn's sleeping form and decided to be a good bodyguard for once and take care of Kinn. It was too much trouble to get someone else to help me, and I was so drunk that I might pass out, in the process. I slowly unbuttoned Kinn's shirt all the way and carefully removed each of his arms from the sleeves. My eyes roamed over his bare torso and I found myself appreciating how fit he looked. Kinn didn't seem to exercise much, but he had a six-pack and was very well defined muscles. His skin was pale and flawless. I gazed at him with a twinge of envy. I'm gonna be honest. I had to work out like crazy before my abs started to show. You're quite a good-looking guy, I muttered. Why do you like provoking me so much? Are you a psychopath or something? Should I just pour water all over you? I felt tempted to dump the entire basin of water at him, times a bazillion. I dampened the washcloth and started wiping Kinn's arm and shoulders. Once both arms were clean, I wrung out the cloth and weathered it again, before continuing to rub him down. My thoughts drifted to Kinn's muscular physique, making me seethe with jealousy. When I realized I'd probably spent too much time cleaning Kinn's torso, I quickly dropped the cloth back into the tub of water. My hand went to the zipper of his jeans. I pulled it down halfway before stopping. Do I really need to do this? Isn't cleaning his upper body enough? I eventually decided to remove his jeans, thinking that it would be uncomfortable for him to sleep in them. I wasn't sure why I gave a damn about his comfort, but before I could have, thought, I already had Kinn down to his boxers. Let me make this clear. I'm just being a good employee, I declared right in this sleeping face before continuing to wipe down his thighs all the way to his calves. After finishing with both legs, I threw the cloth back into the tub. I giggled when I realized I hadn't even wiped his face yet. Am I this fucking stupid? I forgot to wipe your face. Dumb. I'll wash your feet before your face then, I said. As I was about to put the washcloth on him, Kinn abruptly grabbed my wrist, yanking me down onto the bed and straddling me. Everything happened so fast I didn't even have time to react. My body hit the mattress with a loud thud, making my head pound even harder. What are you complaining about? Kinn said. He sounded entirely sober. I started at him confused, before realizing that I was flat on my back with Kinn on top of me. What the hell are you doing? I yelled, pushing hard on the chest. He didn't budge, and that was when my body stopped cooperating. My vision blurred. Oh no. Seeing Kinn with two faces was kinda fucking weird. I wondered if it was like those 10 shots of B-52. Could be. That cocktail was lethal though. You didn't feel it at first, so you thought you could handle it, but then, you were drunk by your 5th shot. You're drunk. You lose, Kinn said, smiling as he held both of my wrists in a death grip, pinning them down roughly against the mattress. Let go of me, I snarled, trying to push Kinn away. However, the more I resisted, the more my vision swarmed. I thought I was sobering up, but it turned out I was only just starting to feel the full effects of the alcohol. I shut my eyes tightly against the dizziness. You lost, so you should just be punished, Kinn said with a chuckle, leaning into me with all his weight. His laugh made me want to yell at him. Punished? That wasn't part of the deal. Not even drunk, bitch. I protested, trying to throw him off me, but my body was he just wouldn't cooperate. You're drunk, Kinn jeered. Just listen to yourself. I furrowed at him, thinking my speech sounded fucking normal. Like it ever always did. I always sound this normal. Am I drunk? Let me go. You splashed water all over my bed, Kinn said, and the way you sloppily wiped me down, fuck. It turned me on. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute, are we getting a smexy scene? I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't mentally or emotionally ready for that. I'm calling the police. Get off me, I yelled, trying to pull all my strength into resisting Kinn, but it was a feeble attempt. Hot breath brushed over my face, and I felt something hard bumping against the tip of my nose. Wait, what position were we in? I forgot. Then, a gentle touch that faintly tasted of alcohol brushing across my lips. Before pressing tightly against him, somehow it felt amazing. I'm so confused. How do we... I'll just keep reading. I'm just so confused. I'm so sorry. Running out of breath, I gasped for air. Oh wait, he kissed him. He kissed him. Which allowed something wet to slide into my... Wait, are we making out? It popped around like it was searching for something. My mind started to go blank, my heart fluttering wildly from the thrilling sensation coursing through my body. Without thinking about it, I reciprocated Kinn's actions, sliding my tongue against, yes, we're making out, against his to chase more pleasure. My body relaxed, and Kinn let go of my wrist. I threw my arms around his back, pulling him into a tighter embrace. What the fuck am I reading? That brought our bodies closer together. It did. I didn't notice the bandage on my neck was gone. The feeling of Kinn's kissing on my neck and my jaw was too good. Something warm and wet pressed on the nape of my neck, causing a shudder of arousal to course through me as Kinn began to suck and bite. Wait, he's drunk. Wait, no, stop, he's drunk. I let out a loud moan. I'm not gonna moan for you guys. Pay extra. Actually, pay me in general. A thrill running through my entire body. It felt so good. I didn't want him to stop. However, a different feeling quickly took over the pleasure. I hastily shoved Kinn out of the way and threw up with a loud retch. Fucking hell, Porsche. I heard an emphatic sigh as darkness swallowed me up. After that, I didn't know anything anymore. So he blacked out. Thankfully he blacked out, because I'm pretty sure either way that still doesn't count as consent. By the way, we're done with chapter 11. This chapter felt longer than usual. I don't know if it's because I talked a lot more shit this time. Do I normally talk shit, or is this just this time? Maybe I am drunk. I haven't been drinking though. I don't drink, like I said. But yeah. We almost had a schmeck scene. Whoa. That was crazy. So this chapter was like a wild fun run. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's the end. Like I said, we're almost finished. And yeah, I don't know if I said Happy New Year's. But Happy New Year's. We're finally in 2025. And yeah, if you guys are liking my reading, you can like, comment, subscribe, and do regular YouTube schmidt. And if you guys have not heard the first chapters, like up until now, and you want to, hear them or whatever, you guys can. There's a playlist. Sorry, my brain is just everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. But yeah, do the YouTube schmidt, blah blah blah. What else? Yeah, no, my brain is dead right now. But yeah, I will play this, and I'm also reading TGCF, and what was the other one? Fuck, my brain is dead. Case File Compendium, I'm reading that one too. I'm also reacting to I'm giving commentary on the Heart Killers. So if you guys want to watch that, you guys can watch it. But other than that, I'm just gonna say bye bye, because I literally have nothing. I don't know what to do right now, or what to say. My brain is, maybe I got drunk with them. Maybe the drunkenness was the friendship we made along the way. But other than that, bye. Yeah, just bye.